This information is marketing communication. The views and opinions contained herein are of Johanna Kyrklund, Group Chief Investment Officer and Global Head of Multi-Asset Investments, and may not necessarily represent views expressed or reflected in other Schroders communications, strategies or funds.
The key question for 2021 is whether the strong equity performance in 2020 can continue. At first glance, markets like the US look particularly extended, but it is important to note that in 2020 the market was led by stocks that benefited from COVID, such as Amazon and Netflix, and that more cyclical exposures underperformed. Although we still face significant risks with the virus, the vaccines are important as they allow us to look ahead to post-COVID normalisation, and we believe that cyclical exposures can catch up. In this context, we favour equity markets like Japan because it is exposed to the industrial recovery in Asia that is already underway. We're also, for the first time in a long time, more positive on the UK equity market as Brexit uncertainty is reduced and the UK market looks cheap on a relative basis, as well as again offering exposure to cyclical sectors. Valuations compared to bonds are still attractive for equities in general, and policy is likely to remain stimulative. We continue to be positioned for recovery.
Important information. This information is not an offer, solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument or to adopt any investment strategy. The material is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for accounting, legal or tax advice. Reliance should not be placed on any views or information in the material when taking individual investment decisions and/or strategic decisions. The views and opinions contained herein are those of the authors or the individual to whom they are attributed and may not necessarily represent views expressed or reflected in other communications, strategies or funds. Past performance is not a guide to future performance and may not be repeated. The value of investments and the income from them may go down as well as up, and investors may not get back the amounts originally invested. The forecasts included should not be relied upon, are not guaranteed, and are provided only as at the date of issue. Issued by Schroders Investment Management Limited, 1 London Wall Place, London, EC2Y 5AU, registration number 1893220, England. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority.